It's 12:30 a.m. Most of the world is asleep. And somewhere, someone just walked into an empty gym, put in their earphones, and started training. No crowds. No noise. No one watching. Today we're breaking down the actual psychology of people who train after midnight, what's happening in their brain, why the night pulls them in, and whether it's a red flag, or one of the most underrated training strategies out there. There's a reason late-night training feels different, and it's not just less people. During the day, your brain is running constant background processing, social awareness, being watched, comparing yourself to others in the room. Psychologists call this social facilitation, and at low skill levels or high self-consciousness, an audience can actually increase anxiety instead of performance. At midnight, that pressure disappears. No one's watching your form. No one's judging your weight on the bar. The nervous system downshifts out of being observed mode and into pure task focus. For a lot of people, this isn't laziness or bad time management, it's their brain finally getting quiet enough to actually feel the workout instead of performing it for an audience. Here's the deeper layer. A lot of late-night trainers aren't chasing an empty gym, they're chasing control. Late at night, there's no one asking you for anything. No emails. No one needing something from you. For the first time all day, the schedule is entirely yours. Psychologically, this taps into something called autonomy, one of the three core needs in self-determination theory, alongside competence and relatedness. When your daytime hours are packed with obligations to other people, work, family, responsibilities, training after midnight can become one of the only windows where the choice is fully, completely yours. It's not always about the workout itself. Sometimes it's the 1 hour of the day where nobody else gets a vote. That's why so many night trainers describe it less as working out and more as getting my hour back. The flip side, when it becomes avoidance. Now, it's not all healthy autonomy. There's a version of this that psychologists watch more carefully. For some people, midnight training isn't about control, it's about avoidance. Delaying sleep because being alone with their thoughts, or going home, feels harder than staying busy. The gym becomes less of a training session and more of a way to postpone the parts of the day they don't want to sit with. The tell is usually this: does the person feel recharged after training, or do they feel like they were just running from something? If sleep keeps getting pushed later and later, and the gym becomes an excuse to not go home, that's less optimized schedule and more pattern worth paying attention to. There's also a real cognitive piece here. Late at night, your brain has already burned through most of its daytime decision fatigue, but for training specifically, that's not always bad. Fewer external decisions competing for attention means the ones you do make. How much weight, how many reps, whether to push the last set, get sharper focus. Some people genuinely report a kind of tunnel vision flow state at night that's harder to access at noon, when 100 other stimuli are competing for the same mental bandwidth. Combine quiet environment, full autonomy, and low sensory competition, and you get a mental state that's genuinely well suited to deep, focused training, for the right person, under the right conditions. Training after midnight isn't inherently unhealthy, and it isn't automatically some sign of peak discipline either. Psychologically, it comes down to why. If it's autonomy, focus, and finally having a space that's yours, that's a legitimate, even smart, way to train. If it's avoidance, isolation, or a slow erosion of sleep, that's the brain using the gym to dodge something else. Same empty gym. Same midnight clock. Completely different psychology underneath. If you train late and this explains something about your own routine, let me know in the comments. And if you want more breakdowns like this, subscribe. New Psychology Explained every week. See you in the next one.